we knew coming here, more than likely, this thing was going to be a 4-quarter street fight to the very end. All right? They competed. We knew they would. All right, but here's what I want to tell you. All right? The way that this game started and the avalanche that happened out there in the first half, do not forget what that feeling's like, because it's happened a few times now, right? That is our formula. That is our formula. But then comes our ability to finish football games, like we're going to do at a world-class level. You guys are learning new things about yourselves as a football team every single week. We all are. All right, I got some game balls, man. Okay. First and foremost, I do want to highlight we won the rushing battle and the turnover margin again. All right, got this guy back today and immediately impacted our football team. Worked his ass off over the last couple weeks. Everybody in this locker room believes in this guy to be one of the best at his position in football. Jordan Addison, where are you? Fellas, I said you learn a lot about yourselves. We continue to learn that we got a real one at the quarterback position. All right? When we needed a play, I thought about him going out and making it. Leaning into a guy that all he's done is do the right, work his ass off every single day. I'm so freaking proud of you, Sam Darnold. Defensively, all right, just been waiting on this one. This one's been printing for a while. This guy was ready to roll today. Shaq Griffin. And this guy, his whole career, he's had it in him. That closer's mentality. All right, to go take the ball away when we need it. 2 times. All right, goes. Forces a fumble. Interception. Murph, I love that you're a Minnesota Viking, man. Give me some. The most important one. All right, the most important one. This guy's changed our team. This guy's changed our organization. All right, I was willing to drive up wherever I had to in this place to come get this guy out of here and make him a Minnesota Viking. This gives me great joy, Mr. Aaron Jones.
Hey, I really appreciate y'all. This means the world to me. I really want to challenge us. How great can we be? We've seen adversity. We've seen it all. Let's keep pushing ourselves. Let's keep challenging ourselves. We haven't done nothing yet. Vikes on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Are you kidding me with that catch, JJ? That's how you stand up. That's how you stand up. And that's the ball game. Touchdown, Vikings.
Welcome inside the TCO studios. This is the Week 5 undefeated edition of Vikings Weekly presented by 3M. My name is Gabe Henderson, and after a victorious showing at Lambeau Field this past Sunday, the Vikings are 4-0 for the first time since 2016. This week, the Vikings take that winning streak across the pond to face Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets. Coming up, we listen to Aaron Jones, who was mic'd up from Sunday's win versus the Packers, and we have a special edition of Film Room with the one and only Pete Bursich. Well, usually my co-host Tatum Everett is alongside with me here in studio, but this week, she's across the pond gearing up for the Week 5 matchup against the New York Jets. To start today's show, let's toss it to Tatum to give us a feel of what the vibe is like out there.
Greetings from London, Gabe. We are in front of Buckingham Palace, where the Vikings are about to take on the Jets at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Sunday. The team left on Thursday, and they touched down here in England Friday morning as they go right into practice to keep their schedule as routine as possible. The Vikings are currently undefeated. They hope to keep that perfect record against Aaron Rodgers and the Jets, but Aaron Rodgers' former team, the Packers, they were the opponent this past weekend. It was an exciting win for the Vikings, so let's relive it with Field Access.
How you feeling? Great. I'm feeling good. Lovely.
1 minute. Let's go. 1 minute.
Been some food. Hey, it sounds fun, man. Yeah. Let me know what y'all see. Let's have a day, man. Q's on 3. 1, 2, 3. Q's. Division game. Fly around, do what we do. Let's go. Backers on 3. 1, 2, 3. Backers!
That's that walk I talked about. We got to walk it 2 more times before this game starts. The whole time you think about it, they think they're better than us. We got to prove them wrong right here. D-line on 3, 1, 2, 3. D-line!
Hey, we got the energy. We the ones who bring the energy. Do it, Dan City. What, man? Keep that same energy that we've been having all time, man. It start right here. It's going to be dominated right here. They got to feel us. The North is ours. You got to run through them bursts. You got to feel that. You got to feel that. Have each other's back, and let's just go. No brakes, just gas. Let's go. 1 on 3. 1, 2, 3. Just gas.
Addison wide right, Darnold from the shotgun, another good pocket to the end zone, touchdown! Welcome back, Jordan Addison. The Minnesota Vikings have a 6-0 lead, and that's the first for Jordan Addison. It clicks from 29.
What a great route runner. It is so good to have Jordan Addison back.
Welcome back, baby. Same is on.
It's early in the day. It's early. We ain't playing at all. Let's go. Everybody go. It's early. Just keep going.
Hey, that's so good, man. That's so good. We talked about it a little bit. Something comes at you, take it head on, all right? Next play mentality. That's good.
It's early, bro. It's early. So much to go eat. So much more. So much.
High formation. Darnold back to pass. Looks right. Sees nothing. Throws left. Caught. Touchdown! Josh Oliver with his first touchdown this season. And the Vikings have a 13-0 lead over the 2-1 Packers. And we're still in the first quarter. 84 dog. 3rd and 7 for Green Bay from its own 33. Packers 0 of 1 on 3rd down. Vikings rush 4. Love throws over the middle. It's intercepted! Yes, it is! And it's picked off by Kamu Grugier Hill, who has interceptions in back-to-back weeks.
He's a playmaker! He's a playmaker! Keep it going, fellas. Keep it going. Pass right here. You see them trying to wait? I know how they trying to wait. We got stuff for all that. We got stuff for all that right here, gang. We got stuff for all that.
We just getting started. Just getting started.
How did you catch that?
I don't know how you caught it.
I have no idea. I literally just like this. Listen, it happened. I thought he was going to get a pick, and you were going to get the hit.
The 28 points scored in the first half in last Sunday's victory marks the team's highest first half total since Week 10 of the 2017 season. For the full edition of Field Access, you can check that out right now on the Vikings app. Well, when you get a win against a divisional opponent, especially on the road, the energy inside of the building only changes for the better. In this week's edition of X's and O's, head coach Kevin O'Connell discusses just how the Vikings can continue to build on this 4-game winning streak.
I would say this much. I think every game when it starts out 0-0, you may not be playing from behind, but you're one play away from playing from behind. You're one play away from, not taking the opening kickoff when you do, get the football like we did. If we don't go down and score that first drive, the momentum of the game is now quickly on the other team's side. Now, what they do against our defense coming back, or how we've preferred it early on in the year, is to put our defense out there and let them get a stop, and then we're hopefully going to hunt that lead right away. The reason why we haven't played from behind very much is we're playing good football to start games.
Amen.
I do believe when the momentum changed, last Sunday, I do believe that was an example of the feeling, even though the scoreboard didn't necessarily dictate we were losing the game. I do believe that feeling of what we had to find within ourselves as an offense, and then with Murph with a punch out here and an interception there, we had to find a response to adversity, and that's all what losing in a moment in an NFL game, whether it's the momentum or the score, it's finding a response in those moments and figuring it out together. Do you have what it takes to get this done in the moment? And that's always going to be a collective effort. It's going to come at some point this year where we've got to go chase down a win in the fourth quarter, and we've got experience doing that. Our staff absolutely does.
Right.
And we'll be ready in that moment.
Coming up in the show, we have a special mic'd up with Aaron Jones, and we talk to the former New York Jet, now Minnesota Vikings quarterback coach Josh McCown. We'll be back with more on Vikings Weekly.
What's up, baby?
Keep doing your thing,
Yes, sir. Always good to see you.
Always love, bro.
I love you.
Hey, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you for everything, too.
Keep doing your thing, bro.
Yes, sir. You set the standard for me. Back at the grill. Yes, sir. I got you. I got you. Yes, sir.
What a great day for football, man. You can't ask for a better day, right? And a great day to kick somebody's
Yeah.
It's be who we are, be fundamentally sound, play smart, play fast, play physical, all right?
RBs. Let's do it, baby. Let's get it, baby. Let's do it, baby. I already got you. I'll get you again. I know you, my boy. Yes, sir. Let's go, baby. This time they don't know this is my Me casa, su casa. This our you know what time it is. Yes, sir. Love you, my boy. All the way. All right, my boy. Love you. Good to see you. Yes, sir. Love you. Appreciate it. Yes, ma'am.
Everything on the field.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. A&A. Yes, ma'am. I love you. I love you. How many? 14. All right, love you. Turn me the up. Let's go. Love you. Love you, right?
Love you so much.
Love you. What's up, man? How you doing? Y'all getting big. Good to see y'all. How you doing? Yes, sir. Do it, baby. It's time. Yes, sir.
Welcome back, dude.
Appreciate you, baby. Yes, sir. We about to run it up today. Love you. It's time, baby. Good blocking, boy. Yeah!
Touchdown, Vikings!
1, 2, 3.
Welcome back to Vikings Weekly. The Vikings put their perfect record on the line here at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Sunday against the Jets. The Vikings' run game has been a breath of fresh air, headlined by veteran running back Aaron Jones. He's accounted for 140-plus yards in back-to-back games. And while he faced his former team last week, he's now facing a familiar foe this week in Aaron Rodgers. I asked him how he thinks that reunion will go.
I think it's gonna be cool. I've never played against him, so that's gonna be a first. But very excited to see him across the pond. You know, I know he's a great quarterback and he's gonna have his team ready to play. We have a great quarterback here as well, and we'll be ready to play, and it'll be a great game.
Not only are the Vikings 4-0, they're unbeaten in London. They hope to keep that streak alive on Sunday. In the meantime, catch up on everything from across the pond on Vikings.com or the Vikings app as we gear up for Sunday's game. And from here at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, I'm Tatum Everett. I will send it back to you, Gabe.
All right, we're back inside the TCO studios. I'm Gabe Henderson, and it is time for Pete's Film Room. I see a guy behind you. His name is Aaron Rodgers, and I know we just played the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers played 18 years in Green Bay. Now he's a New York Jet. What's the difference between that Aaron Rodgers and what Aaron Rodgers will see on Sunday?
And that's a great question, because I think that's what the fans want to know is what's the old Rodgers and what's the new Rodgers, right? He's 40 years old, Achilles, the whole thing. What can he do? Well, we've got film, because the eye in the sky never lies. You know that, Gabe? This is what Rodgers can still do well, right? And this is the things that still worry you as a defensive coordinator. He's still up to his old game in this respect. When he is in position, he sees this. He sees press up on top, deep half safety. He can still throw the fade. It's unbelievable. And you watch him on this play, as he gets this snap, you get up top, and there it is. This is the basic cover two. This is stuff you teach in high school. You got the corner up here. He's sinking. He's going to eventually be slowed down by something in the flat, but you have this lane between the corner and the safety, and he can still, look at that ball's already gonna be in the air.
Yeah, this receiver right here, we always talk about if he's even, he's leaving. Aaron Rodgers really he really pays attention to that because even with his receivers, he's going to throw the ball.
He's before the ball's even snapped, he's like, I'm going to take this ball, I'm going to take one step, and it's the accuracy. And he does it a couple times in this game, and we're going to see right here, once he throws and lets go of this football, look at the size of this window, and he still gets it in there. Now, ultimately, this catch was ruled incomplete, but he did it a couple more times in this game. So that little spot fade, man, that thing's still a concern.
That's the accuracy that we talk about. We've seen it for so long.
And he still has it.
And he still has it.
Still has it. Another thing that Rodgers is still pretty good at it is the scrambling and making something happen. Play breaks down, right? So as this play starts, you're going to see exactly what they want to do. Rodgers drops. You've got the quick in route. You got an outside shade by the, this is the air, throw the football.
Right.
But what's different, he's just going to feel the rush from right here. But watch what he does now after it happens. He's still able to escape, and then there's that throw behind the body. What would have been a 10-yard gain is now a 22-yard gain on the mobility of Rodgers.
For this throw alone, running to your right, throwing across your body, that's like a cardinal sin playing the quarterback position, but it's still an accurate throw for the guy that's been in the league 20 years.
Exactly. It's still something that he can do, so that's something the defense is going to have to think about. All right, now, where Rodgers doesn't look so Rodgers anymore, we got a couple really great examples of this one. On this play, as we get it started, you're going to see it's the rhythm of the passing game, right? A little play fake there, gets to the top of his drop. The tight end is wide open. Yeah. This is a throw. I mean, middle open defense. You have a tight end here. You have a short crosser. This ball should already be in the air. And I think old school Rodgers, this ball would have been to that tight end. He would already been into his throw.
Before he comes out of his break.
Before he comes out of his break. But as you see, he's still squared up. He doesn't have his feet set. And when we start it up again, you're going to see exactly the problem. Gives that safety time to get down on it. Rodgers, the old Rodgers, would have made that throw before right when that tight end was turned around.
So quickly, how do you get Rodgers off track?
Yeah, well, you pressure him, get him on the ground. He got hit like 12 times.
14 times, 5 sacks.
It's unbelievable. So you got to get that pressure on him. And finally, we have another play here, Gabe, that I think really shows how Rodgers has changed. So as we get this play started, you're going to see Rodgers. He gets to the top of his drop. So he's already getting ready to throw this football. But here's the problem. You look at what these two receivers are going to do and what they're about to do. You got a clearing route here, and we got a dig behind it. This is a classic quarters cover 2 thing, right? You got a clear and a dig. This route hasn't even developed yet, but look at Aaron's already throwing the football. Why? Because he's feeling that pressure. And you watch as he throws this ball, receiver's not even looking back. I mean, the in route, do I get the ball? He's like, I'm running a clear route. You're throwing me. A lot of that going on. So if you get after Rodgers, he's going to start throwing that ball early.
Yeah, I like to see that. But speaking of quarterbacks, I want to talk about a former Jet quarterback, now Minnesota Vikings QB coach, Josh McCown, a guy who I sat down with, where he talked about what Sunday's game will be like for him and Sam Darnold heading into Tottenham Hotspur Stadium to face the Jets on Sunday.
They come from a big market. When you get to play in that market, you understand the scrutiny that you're under as a Jets player, and that all eyes are on you. So this game will be no different, given our record and then the success that they're having and the hope that they have with their quarterback, especially being a Hall of Fame player. So we're excited about it, but it's another opportunity for us to go out and continue to grow and get better, and that's the main focus. And we know that we'll have our hands full. They're a good team and a very good defense. Robert Saleh is an excellent football coach, excellent defensive football coach, and so we know we got our hands full, and that preparation will start here soon, and we'll get ready to roll, and all the aspects of getting over to London and getting ready to play will be a part of that.
Yeah, the logistics is the underrated portion of this entire thing, but I know our staff does a great job in making sure everybody's well taken care of, well rested, and just thinking of Sam, right, and playing against his former team. Like, I know a lot of people are going to make a lot out of that, but for me, I feel like Sam just wants to be a guy that plays football and just like, it's just a normal human being.
Yeah.
Like, what have you sensed from him this week?
No, for sure. Like, he is, and that's what I'm getting back to. Like, that's what I think most impressed with right now is that he has such a present mentality, and where it's just executing this thing in front of him, whether it's this meeting or this walkthrough or this lifting session. Like, he's just executing the thing in front of him, and so you're right. There will be, I'm sure, stories and noise and things that are of interest, to everybody outside of the game. But for him, his focus will be on, I know it'll be on the Jets and how he's going to prepare and be on our game plan and how to internalize that. And so I'm not concerned with that, because I know what I've seen since the day he got here to now has just been a very intentional focus to be present and be the best he can in every moment.
How does that help your coaching?
I mean, those things obviously make it easier, because you're not having to dial, reel somebody in from, doing this or doing that.
Yep.
You know that you feel him in the meeting. You feel his attention to the game plan, to the information you're presenting him. Yep. You feel that, and so that's, you appreciate that as a coach, because it makes your job easier. And again, when you get that kind of attention, you're able to then focus and dive deeper into some details that are going to give you an edge on game day.
For the full interview with Josh McCown, you can check that out right now on the Vikings app, as well as the Vikings YouTube channel. To close today's show, we want to provide you all with some exclusive behind-the-scenes footage of all the bells and whistles that makes Tottenham Hotspur Stadium game ready for the Vikings this upcoming Sunday. The Vikings are 3-0 all-time in the UK, and the goal this upcoming week, keep that winning streak alive. So for the entire Vikings Entertainment Network, my name is Gabe Henderson. We'll talk to you soon.
It's a massive process, for everyone. I mean, it started last Thursday. We've got a lot of stuff prep that we have to do to the turf pitch, so yeah, we have to get it cut down, we have to apply some amendments to it, that kind of thing. We've got a little process that we work on. So today is about getting the turf on the ground, getting it attached, so we Velcro it together. And then tomorrow will be more finessing, like grooming, getting the seams nice and even so the players can't feel it under their feet, that kind of thing. What I love about this stadium is it goes from a football stadium to an American football stadium. Like if you blindfolded someone and walked them in here on game day on Sunday, they'll think they're in America. It's just been perfectly designed to do that kind of thing, to be able to change over, and for me personally, to be able to learn different disciplines and stuff like that, it's been a really good journey. My first ever game that I watched live was the Vikings at Wembley. The fans are amazing, they make a lot of noise.
Castle, handoff Adrian, Stutter steps up the middle, and he walks into the end zone. Touchdown!
I just love the sport, to be honest. I love the theatre around it. I've always had a bit of a soft spot for the Vikings.